If you want to get more views on your TikToks, but you're stuck on what you should create, then you have come to the right video, my friend. Today, I'm going to show you 3 TikToks that are going to help you go viral. These are really fun and unique trends that you can put your own spin on. Plus, I'm going to take you step by step through how to edit each of these videos. So by the end of this, you're gonna be a total TikTok pro. If you're excited, let me know in the comments what side of TikTok you're on. I definitely spend a lot of time on bisexual TikTok, Harry Styles TikTok, and I even show up on theater kid TikTok a little bit, even though I never really was a theater kid, so I don't know if it's just that I'm dramatic or what the For You page is saying. Like, if you're not sure what your personality is, the TikTok For You page is going to read you for filth and tell you what your personality is. Okay, now that you've revealed your true self in the comments, let's get into the video. A quick thanks to KineMaster for sponsoring this video. KineMaster is an awesome free editing app that you can get on iOS and Android, and I'm gonna be showing you how to edit your TikToks using this awesome app a little later in the video. So thanks, KineMaster. First of all, before we can get into the techniques of actually creating these videos, we need to talk about what going viral on TikTok really means and how to do it. Like any other social media platform with an algorithm, TikTok is going to take your content once you post it and show it to a test group of potential viewers. Once they've shown it to that test group of people and measured their engagement, how long do they watch the video for, do they comment, like, or share, then TikTok decides whether or not to show that video to another larger test group of people, measure the results again, and on, showing it to more and more people if it turns out that it's engaging. However, unlike other social media platforms, TikTok is pretty unique in the way that it decides who that test group is going to be. And that's exactly where we get those different sides of TikTok that I was talking about before. As you use TikTok more and more, TikTok is gathering data on what you find interesting and what kind of videos you are more likely to watch to the end. And so from a creator perspective, that means when you're creating a new TikTok, you want to make sure that you are telling the algorithm exactly who this video is for so that it has a better chance of showing that content to a test group that is more likely to watch to the end and engage with it. For example, if TikTok knows that the video you're posting is about Harry Styles, it is more likely to show it in my For You page, and then I am likely to watch it, enjoy it, and that's gonna help you get that video to more people and on more For You pages. So how do we tell the algorithm who our content is for? Well, one really easy way to do this is to use hashtags. So for example, hashtag Harry Styles. The other way to do this is to be consistent in what kind of content you're posting, otherwise known as having a niche. So making sure that the content you're posting to your TikTok is consistently around the same themes or topics and using similar hashtags. That's gonna help your TikTok profile build authority in those niches and those sides of TikTok, which will ultimately help you get your TikToks on more For You pages sooner after you post them. But it takes time to build up that consistency. So overall, it helps to use hashtags, have a consistent niche, and also to follow viral trends that people tend to be engaging with at that time. If you see a certain trend really popping off on your For You page, it's probably a sign that it's performing well for a reason. It's engaging, it has an unexpected ending, it's funny, and so it might be a good idea to replicate that in your own style and see how it performs for you. Speaking of viral TikToks, as promised, I'm gonna be showing you how to edit 3 super fun TikToks that you could try for yourself. So let's get out our phones and dive into the tutorial. The first TikTok that I'm gonna show you how to make is this one where you turn yourself into a Renaissance painting. To make this TikTok, first of all, you're gonna need a clip of yourself slowly walking towards the camera and then assuming some kind of cool pose and holding it for a few seconds. Once you're happy with the clip that you get, just open it up in your camera roll, pause it at the pose that you like, and then take a screenshot. There's a few ways to go about this next step, but what I did is I sent this photo to my computer and then I opened it up in Photoshop. I cut out the background, I found a Renaissance painting background image on Google Images, and I replaced my background with that. Finally, I imported the whole thing into Lightroom and put some filters on it to give it more of a vintage look and to make the background look more cohesive with me. However, there's a number of free apps that you can do this with as well, all from your phone, like PixArt. It's totally up to you, but once you have a clip of you walking into position and the edited image of you as a Renaissance painting, you're gonna bring both of those into KineMaster. Once you open up KineMaster, you're gonna tap on the plus button to start a new project, and we're gonna select 9:16 because that's the aspect ratio for TikToks. Then I'm gonna tap on media and select the clip of me walking into position. Then I'm gonna tap media again. I'm gonna choose photo, and then I'm gonna find the image that I edited in Photoshop. Now I'm just gonna scrub through the timeline and find the point where I assume the pose, which I edited into a painting. Okay, and then I'm gonna tap on that clip and then select trim/split, and I'm going to split at the playhead. Then I'm gonna press the check mark. I'm gonna select the next clip that is after the split, and I'm gonna delete it. So now if we scrub through the timeline, you can see that it just switches to me in painting mode. But what I wanna do is add a cool transition where a blue bar comes down the screen and switches the regular video into the painting. So to do that, I'm gonna press the plus button between the two clips to add a transition. And then I'm gonna choose line wipe. Now, this is a transition that I downloaded from the KineMaster store. There's a lot of really cool effects and transitions that you can get, which totally add to the dynamic of your video. So this one, I'm using the transition called line wipe, and I'm gonna use the one that goes from top to bottom. Now you can see that I can select the line color. So I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna choose a blue color. So it's similar to the time warp sort of effect on TikTok. So now we can see that it's transitioning with that blue line, but I want to adjust how long it takes to do that transition. So I'm going to select the transition again, and on the left-hand side here, you can see that I can make it longer. So I'm actually going to make it closer to 4 seconds. And you'll notice that what I'm going to do is make it so that I'm still holding this pose as that transition happens. So I'm just going to make this clip a little bit longer, because I do hold the pose for quite a while. So then if we scrub through, so it's not quite long enough, I'm gonna make the clip a little bit longer, and then you see it happens as I'm actually still in that position. Okay, and now let's play it back to see if it looks how we want. Perfect. To finish it up, I'm just gonna trim off the beginning of the clip because I did try a few times as I was filming this. So I'm gonna have my clip start here. So again, I'm just going to trim it, and this time I'm going to trim to the left of the playhead, so that'll cut off the entire beginning of the video, which I don't want. And now we have our finished product. Beautiful. So what I'm gonna do is tap the export button, make sure I have high quality selected, and then tap export. For the second TikTok, I'm gonna show you how to clone yourself. In this one, I'm making a video that is my YouTube production team, and I think it's a really cute way for a solopreneur or a small business owner to show all the different roles that you do behind the scenes that your followers might not be aware of. Obviously, in my case, I do have a team for my social media agency, but when it comes to my YouTube videos, I still do all my YouTube production totally by myself, which I actually really enjoy because making YouTube videos is probably my favorite part of my job. So anyway, that's the point behind this TikTok, so let's get into how to edit it. First things first, you're gonna have to grab your footage. For this, it's very important that you keep the camera in the exact same position as you film all the different clips. So really try not to touch your phone too much after you stop recording and like knock it into a different position, because that will sort of ruin the effect. So put it on a tripod, set it up somewhere safe, press record, get your clips, and then press stop, change it to a different outfit, do whatever you need to do so that you can get 3 separate clips of you in different positions in that same scene. Once you've got your clips, once again, open up KineMaster, press that plus button to start a new project, and select 9:16. We're gonna start by selecting media and choosing just one of our 3 clips because we're gonna add the second 2 clips as layers. So I'm gonna choose this for my base clip. Then I'm gonna scroll back to the beginning of the clip and then tap layer and choose media. I'm gonna select my second clip and I'm gonna resize it so that it's the exact same size as the clip underneath. Then I'm gonna tap layer again, choose media, and select my third clip and resize this one as well. Now I'm just gonna scrub along my timeline until I see the point where I enter the scene. Now I'm gonna select my topmost layer, and then I am going to choose cropping. Now I can drag the corners of my clip over and you'll start to see that I reveal the clips beneath it. Now, because it's all the same exact scene, the camera's in the same position, nothing changes except for where I happen to be within that scene. So I'm gonna drag that over until it's just the section for that clip. And I'm going to select mask, and I'm going to put the feather to about 2 so that it's a little bit more of a natural line between the clips. Now you can see that this clip, just because of how the lighting happened to be, is a little bit darker than the ones beneath it. So I'm actually gonna select it again, and I'm gonna go to adjustment, and I'm gonna increase the brightness just the littlest bit until all the colors match up. That's a great way to patch it up a little bit because chances are all of your clips are not gonna have identical lighting, so you can always change that in the adjustment panel. Now I'm gonna select my next layer and then tap on cropping again, and I'm gonna drag the edges until we reveal what's beneath. So in this case, you can see that I am starting to cut off the leg of my tripod a little bit in order to get me who's sitting on the stool in the clip. So what I'm gonna do is select mask, and then I'm gonna change the shape to this triangle, and then I'm gonna adjust until I can see that everything is in the clip that I want. In order to get the exact shape that I'm going for, I'm actually going to duplicate this clip, and then I'm going to, on the duplication of it, apply a slightly different shape. And that way I have been able to ensure that I get all of camera guy Katie in the clip and all of on-screen talent Katie in the clip too. There's a lot of different options for cropping and masking so that you can get the exact final result that you're looking for, so you just have to play around with it a little bit. Now that I've cropped all my different layers, I can go back through the timeline and play it back as I see different versions of myself enter the scene. Perfect, and I'm going to make it just about 15 seconds long. And then I'm gonna select each clip and I'm going to split it at the playhead to make sure that I'm cutting them all at the exact same moment. And now I'm just gonna delete the second half of all these clips. And now I've got a 16-second long clip that I can post to TikTok and Instagram Reels. I'll tap the export button, again, select high quality, and then click export. This next TikTok is a super fun one that is definitely going to look impressive on your followers For You pages. This is the X-ray challenge. Of course, step number 1 is going to be to gather your footage, and for this you're going to need either a piece of green construction paper or an iPad or a phone that has a green image pulled up on it. For this, I'm using my iPad, and I just literally Googled green in Google Images, saved the first result, and then zoomed in until it covered the entire screen. You also want to make sure that when you're getting your 2 clips, your in front clip and then your underneath clip, that you're standing in the exact same position so that your body lines up when we do all the masking that we're about to do. And once you've got all your clips, once again, open up KineMaster, start that new project, select 9x16, and then we're going to tap on Media to import our in front clip. And then we're gonna tap on media and import our behind clip. So the footage that we want to reveal through the iPad or the piece of paper. Then we're gonna go back to the beginning of the timeline, tap layer, and we're gonna bring in that in front clip where you were moving the iPad or the construction paper around. You're gonna wanna adjust the size so that it fits perfectly. Next, what we're gonna do is select that layer and then tap on chroma key. Tap enable. And then we're gonna choose our key color. I'm gonna choose green because of course that was the color that I used on my iPad screen. And now I'm just gonna adjust these different scales on the right-hand side until I get the result that I'm looking for. So I want to, there we go, mask out everything but what is on the green. So now you can see that the green part of the iPad has changed to actually show the clip that is underneath it. So I'm gonna accept that. We'll press play and we'll see the effect. And now you can see that the green part of my screen is actually revealing the clip beneath it. Then all you need to do is trim the clips to wherever you want them to end. So I'm gonna have it end here. Again, I'm just gonna split them both at the playhead without moving the playhead in between. Then I know they're the exact same length. And the final result is this really cool video where you're revealing the real you or whatever. For this example, I wanted to go for a like what I look like on Zoom versus what I really look like working from home sort of vibe. Finally, we're gonna tap the export button, select high quality, and then tap export. And that's it. KineMaster really makes creating these super unique and creative viral TikToks so easy. If you want to try it for yourself, you can download KineMaster on iOS and Android using the link in my description. If you want more ideas for how to grow on TikTok, then definitely check out this video. I think you're going to find it really helpful, maybe even this video too. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you over in these. Okay, bye.